workout for a class here at Ithaca College. So the way it works is you're going to want to do the first circuit twice. So you're going to go all the way through it 2 times, and then you're going to do the second circuit once. It's a workout for preseason for soccer, focusing on a lot of leg strength, also core strength, and we also have some upper body. Okay, so to start off, the first exercise we want to do is pull down. So you have one knee up on the bench, and your other arm straight like this, balancing. You want to make sure that your butt is out, your back is parallel with the ceiling. Your other leg is going to be straight out to the side, so you have a base for you. You're going to grab the weight with the opposite hand that's on the bench. What you're going to do is you're going to slowly bring it up right next to your feet, get really close to your body. You're just going to keep doing that. You're going to do it on both sides. And what this is doing is it's working on back stability and back strength, which, although you're not using your back that much during soccer, it's more focused on the legs, you do need to have strength everywhere in your body just to make sure that you are performing at your best. So the next exercise we're going to do is going to be an alternating bicep curl. So what you want to do is have your feet a little bit farther than shoulder width apart, slight bend of the knees, you don't want them bent too far. And now you're going to hold your weights with your palms up, just like she has right here, and you're going to just slowly bring it up, doing one arm at a time. Good. You want to make sure that you're looking straight ahead. You don't want to look down at the weights. You don't want to, have your head back, looking straight ahead. What this is really doing is it's just working your biceps, working your upper body, because for soccer, even though your legs are mainly what you're using, you do need to have an equal, work ethic for every muscle. You just want to make sure that you're going through this nice and slow, and make sure that you're keeping the weights in front of your hips. You don't want to ever bring them back behind. Next exercise is the tricep extension. So what you're going to do is when you grab the weight, you're going to grab it so that the palms of your hands go underneath the weight, just like this. So you're going to just grab it kind of like that, and you're going to slowly bring it behind your head first. And you're going to bring your hands down and then bring them right back up. So you want to fully extend them, bring them down, fully extend them. What this is doing is it's working your triceps. So it really does focus on like an overhead pass. It's the same action that you're going to be doing with the overhead pass. So it works on that, gives you extra strength for when you're doing the overhead pass. Now we're going to do some single leg hamstring curls. So what this is really going to focus on is isolating the hamstrings and really getting a good workout there. Because obviously your hamstrings are used for running, kicking, passing. Every drill you do in soccer is with your feet. So you really need to work on the hamstring strength. So what you're going to do is you're going to have one leg up here, bent a little bit, bend your knee, good. And your other leg is going to be up in the air. And all you're going to do is you're just going to raise your hips a little bit and bring the ball, the stability ball, right in. You're going to keep your hands flat on the ground and your head looking straight up. So you're just going to bring it in and get a really good stretch in the hamstring. These you want to do a lot of them, really get good rotation in there and really do it. You can also switch legs, do it with both legs, get a good stretch. So this one, do a lot of repetitions of it. It's really good for soccer, for working with your leg. So now we're going to do a single arm chest press while you're on the stability ball. So you want to get down so that your shoulders, your neck, and your head are all supported by the stability ball. Good. You want to make sure that your back is nice and straight and that your knees are at a 90-degree angle. So now it works just like a simple chest press. You're just going to bring your arm up like that and bring it back down right to your shoulder. Just bring it up. You don't need to lock it all the way, but just continuous movement. This is working on your chest. You need to make sure that you're balanced. You need to make sure that you are working every muscle and not just isolating one. So this really does work on the chest. You're going to do it with both arms. So just switch. Good. Make sure that you have this opposite hand on your hip. Don't need it sagging down. Just keep it on your hip to keep you nice and balanced when you're doing this exercise. The next exercise we're going to do is the lat pull down with the cable machine. So you want to make sure that your feet are flat on the floor at all times. You don't want to be, you know, up on your toes. You want to make sure that your feet are flat. You want to make sure that your knees and your hips are at 90-degree angles the whole time. Now, when you grab the bar, you want to make sure that you're grabbing it with a little bit farther than shoulder length apart. You don't want them too close together. You want to make sure that your grip is nice and wide. And of course, that's all on how comfortable you feel with it and how long your wingspan is. So now you're going to sit back down, and this is where the exercise is going to really start. And you're going to bring it down just above your chest. You want to make sure that your back is straight and that your head is facing forward and your eyes are facing forward. Keep your core tight the whole time and be in control. When you bring the bar up, you don't want to just let it release up. You want to really be in control so that you're working these muscles. You're working your back here, which also helps with when you're doing overhead throws. Okay, so next we have the standard leg press. So what you're going to do is first make sure that your back and your head are all the way against the pad and your hands are holding on to the stability handles that you have below. You want to make sure that your knees are at a 90-degree angle when you're starting, and you want to make sure that your knees are also below your toes. You don't want your knees above your toes. So when you push forward, you're going to push through your heels. Don't extend them all the way. You don't want your knees to tighten in. That's really bad for your knees, but you just want to have them slight bend and just push right through. Obviously, this is working on your strength in your legs, which will help you with not only running, but also passing, dribbling, having control, and everything that basically you're doing with soccer, especially kicking, since that's the main purpose of the sport. And you want to just make sure that you're the whole time not locking your knees and really just going under control. Okay, so now that you've completed the first circuit, you're going to go back and complete this first circuit over again, and then you're going to do the second circuit once